from blessing us with sexy on-screen scenes to enamoring fans with his natural goofy self. Here are some of Henry Cavill's hottest moments that had fans blushing. Some know him as Superman, others know him as Geralt of Rivia, or even more recently as Sherlock Holmes. But there is one thing everyone agrees on about Henry Cavill. He is one of the hottest men on the planet. His co-star, Amy Adams, agrees with us. With hundreds of viral fan cams on the internet playing Taylor Swift's London Boy in the background, Henry Cavill is undoubtedly the face of British excellence. Let's start off with one of his most famous on-screen scenes. This famous Geralt bathtub scene in The Witcher left all of us drooling. Henry Cavill stole all our hearts in the 4th episode of the debut season of the hit series. The episode included a very fine Cavill sitting in a bathtub as he talks to Jaskier. With his silver hair perfectly falling to his shoulders and his abs directly in view, Geralt of Rivia effortlessly captivated the audience. He had fans swooning for weeks. Henry Cavill fangirls enjoyed watching him drink ale during the bath scene, and of course, his raspy voice and British accent do not make it any easier for us. It's getting hot in here. Let's not forget another one of his steamy on-screen moments. Cavill again mesmerized us all during the famous Man of Steel kiss. The story of Superman is incomplete without his romantic partner, Lois Lane. At the end of the movie, the two lovers unite and share a heartfelt kiss. Something about finding safety and warmth when the world is ending melts my heart, especially when the warmth comes from Henry Cavill's arms. Immediately after the kiss, Lois teases him about how things usually go downhill after the first kiss. In response, Superman jokes that that's only true for humans. Both share a smile before absolutely destroying the fans in the process. Henry is not just known for playing extraterrestrial beings. One of his recent gigs was his performance as a famous detective from London. His role as Sherlock reminds us that intelligence is sexy. Fans of Sherlock have always admired Benedict Cumberbatch for his portrayal of the detective mastermind. This is not to say that Henry was unimpressive at all. Fans have gushed over how he played the role of Sherlock Holmes to perfection in the Enola Holmes franchise. We can say that everyone was pleasantly surprised. He plays the concerned older brother for Enola and the iconic character of Sherlock so effortlessly and flawlessly. He has those eyes and abs, but what's more attractive than an intelligent man? As he wanders around London looking for Enola, we can't help but admire his vintage wardrobe and snarky comebacks. Our only complaint is that we wish we could see more of his character on screen and enjoy his brilliant acting more. Speaking of outstanding performances, let's take a look at another scene from The Witcher. One thing fans could not stop raving about was Geralt and Yennefer's kiss, as if we had enough of Cavill's hottest on-screen moments. The chemistry between Henry and Anya Chalotra is so natural and captivating, yet they never cease to amaze us with their romantic plotline in the show. As Henry fangirls, it's difficult to swallow that these two look spectacular together. I have to admit that their romance is one of the things carrying the show. Apart from Geralt's famous fighting scenes with the enemies of the Witcher world, Yennefer says she couldn't believe she finally found him, but Geralt answers with a horse, "I don't care." What makes the scene even steamier is the dark lighting and the bed in the background of the kiss, hinting at much more. But unfortunately for the couple, they were interrupted by Ciri, who suddenly entered the room. Since this was a reunion kiss, it also got us really emotional. Still, it's not Henry Cavill's fault that this scene felt sensual regardless. He just has that aura. Cavill said they did not over-rehearse the scene because they wanted it to seem natural and fresh. I'd call his plan a success, as this scene did indeed feel very natural and passionate to the viewers. It also made us quite envious of Anya at that moment. Something tells me it wasn't just us who felt this way. As if that was the end of our jealousy, Superman heroically saves Lois Lane from falling. During Man of Steel, in a heroic moment, Cavill's character flew down to catch Lois Lane before she touched the ground. Fans cheered as he managed to reach her just in time. She held on to him in the sky as he swayed in circles in the middle of a grass field, away from their enemies. Talk about beautiful cinematography. Of course, it also captured a very intimate moment between the two lovers. When Lois lets go, Superman gives her a warm smile and asks if she's all right. How romantic! Lois is one lucky girl. But just between us, anyone would be okay if Henry Cavill looked at them like that. Many superheroes have a similar action sequence of saving their girlfriend from falling from the sky. It's been done in the Spider-Man movies more than once. But this particular one holds a special place in my heart because of Henry's Superman. As fans of Cavill, we can completely empathize with you about just how sexy this British man is. Speaking of sexy, Henry's performance as the Duke of Suffolk, Charles Brandon, crossed all expectations. Perhaps one of Cavill's steamiest on-screen scenes was recorded during the historical drama series, The Tudors. His romance with Mary Tudor is one for the ages. From passionate to innocent hall dances, Charles and Mary blessed us with one of the biggest relationships on the show. Although The Tudors came out in 2007, it is still remembered by Henry's fans as one of the hottest scenes in his filmography. This show brings out the royal, historical idea of secret desire and forbidden intimacy, which makes the scenes even more appealing. We can't help but admire Cavill's craft and face. The National Guard video promo captured Cavill in all his glory. For those who don't know, a series of Henry Cavill videos were released that had us all thinking about it for weeks. He's seen working hard in the gym, preparing for the Man of Steel movie, and also helping the National Guard with their recruiting process. Call it hitting two birds with one stone. He does all that while looking like an absolute vision. Next on our list is Henry Cavill being caught in the middle of fans. Fans went ballistic when Henry ran his fingers through his hair in front of a crowd of fans. It was seemingly a very innocent movement, but it caught everyone's attention. The crowd erupted in oohs and ahs of complete adoration. In response, Cavill smiles back at the group, surprised that they love anything he does. We find it hard to believe that he isn't aware of his own magnetism and effect on women. Which brings us to another event where Cavill is engrossed in loving responses from yearning fans. Here's how fans thirst over him on the internet. Imagine waking up to this news. Henry Cavill reads thirst tweets? Aren't these our favorite words to hear? Any newbie fan can explain what thirst tweets on the internet are. It's a collection of very explicit tweets that fans make on Twitter. The celebrity they are about is called to read them on BuzzFeed Celeb's YouTube. So of course, Henry Cavill was invited to read the tweets, and boy, oh boy, was he surprised to see them. He smiled shyly as he read them, often giving back sassy replies. One tweet said, "Henry Cavill could leave me on red at 4:30, text back at 8:47, and I'd reply at 8:46. Not only are these tweets incredibly funny, they also capture the essence of what all Henry fans want to say. Seeing Henry indulge in thirst tweets makes him seem even hotter to us. We didn't even know that was possible. Funnily enough, Henry's hotness does not end here. Even female celebrities are unable to resist his magnetic field. It seems like it's not just the fans who are crazy about what a beautiful man Henry Cavill is. You'd be surprised to hear that many of his co-stars are very open about how good-looking they find him. Some actors, like Amy Adams, said it's apparently very hard to look at him for more than 5 seconds. Amy, girl, we get you. He's winning hearts both on and off screen. After all, it's not an easy feat to beat Chris Hemsworth and BTS pop star Taeyong to win the most handsome face of 2022. Unless you're the Man of Steel, of course. So, from his off-screen charm to his many steamy scenes on camera, here are Henry Cavill's hottest moments that had fans blushing.